This year's tax deadline, it's only days away. If you haven't taken any action already, the time is now. To help us address some of your concerns is financial coach Dr. Lynn Richardson. Thank you so much for being here. I feel like people have so many questions when it comes to taxes.
Yes, and they're usually sad or upset, but I'm here to make everybody happy.
You're bringing the silver lining.
Yes.
That's because the tax deadline's been extended, so
yes,
there's not as much pressure this year for us here in California.
Correct. Well, the tax deadline to file your California taxes is still April 18th.
Oh, it is?
And if you have to pay taxes, that's still the due date.
Okay.
But California gives an automatic extension until October 16th of 2023 for your federal taxes. So if you think you're going to pay after February 18th, you better give them a call.
It could be problematic if
yes,
that happens. You know, this is what I always find fascinating is it's very complicated. You look at the forms and people miss out on some really common deductions. Can you walk people through what they should be looking for?
Oh my goodness. One of the biggest deductions that most people miss, because so many people are freelancing, are independent contractors, have home-based businesses. Number one is hiring your kids. If you
hiring your kids?
Yes. If you hire your child to work in your home-based business, you can pay each child up to $13,000 a year. That's 100% tax write-off to you, and it's 100% tax-free to your child.
Wow.
I have
I had
children.
no idea. Oh,
that's
yeah.
$39,000
that you can deduct.
And I've been doing this every year for over 15 years.
Wow.
IRS publication 15. Yes.
Okay, you can. How do you deduct vacation?
Well, so now that you've hired your kids to work in your home-based business, because everything is business, when you take a trip, it's a business trip. So when we took my daughter to Jamaica last year after she graduated, it's a business trip. We did a photo shoot on the beach.
Okay.
And I used that photo shoot on my website to talk about how to incorporate your family into your business.
Wow.
And now the entire trip is a business trip, and it's a tax write-off. The airfare, the hotel, all of your meals, incidentals, and so on and so forth. And your dry cleaning when you come home from the business trip.
Because it's a business expense.
It's a business trip, exactly.
Wow, okay, take me through a couple more, because you're already blowing my mind.
Okay, so meals. One of the things people did not realize about the CARES Act is if you go out to eat for personal reasons, you don't get your money back.
Right.
If you go out to eat for business reasons, you do. So meals, if you discuss business with your employees, a potential colleague, a potential distributor, now you get to write that entire business meal off, plus the mileage when you drove to the restaurant.
That's incredible. And in car expenses we have on the list there.
Car expenses. So when you drive to your regular job just for work, you don't get that money back. But if you drive as a part of your home-based business and you go to the coffee shop to have a business coffee, then you get to write off the mileage and the coffee. So it's all these things. When you know how to position your life, the IRS has said over 400 times that you can deduct these things legally, ethically, and with their permission.
I know it sounds too good to be true, but you're saying it's okay.
It's 100%. And then also the home office deduction.
Yes.
So
a lot of people learned this during COVID. I feel like when they had to switch from office-based work to home.
Well, but if you work for your employer and get a W-2, that home office is not a deduction.
Gotcha.
It's a deduction if you have your own independent home-based business. And people do so many things. People drive for Uber, they sell cosmetics, people do hair, people are consultants. All kinds of things line up in the home-based business category. And now you can write off a percentage of your rent, your light bill, your gas bill, your pool cleaning bill, your landscaping bill. You get to write off a percentage of all of those expenses, and it comes out to tens of thousands of dollars for most people.
See, this is why I pay someone like you to do my taxes, so you figure all this stuff out.
Yeah.
What are some of the don'ts when it comes to filing for those doing it at home?
Well, you don't want to lie.
Always a good thing. The IRS not happy about that.
You want to tell the truth. And you don't want to throw away your receipts. You want to keep all of your receipts. Technically, you don't need a receipt for most things under $75, but keep all of your receipts anyway.
Okay.
When I go to the coffee shop, I stand there, I get my receipt, I turn it over, I say what I did, why I did it, and then I put it in an envelope, and then I give it to my tax person. So you don't.
So you have a tax person too. I don't need to feel bad that I have someone doing this. The expert also has someone doing it.
Listen, even if you're the best surgeon, you cannot operate on yourself.
I love this.
Okay?
Okay.
So So I have someone who does all of this for me while I teach everybody else what to do as well.
Well, I got to be better about keeping the receipts. So you did teach me that today for sure, beyond all the other mind-blowing deductions.
Yeah, and if you don't have the receipts, just make sure you've got some kind of electronic backup, an invoice, an email that you sent, something to document. The number one thing is if all of your deductions were in cash, that's going to be a huge red flag to the IRS. Yeah.
Really good information. Thank you so much for being with us. Really appreciate it. You can find all this information on our website, kcalnews.com/SeenOnTV.